Yes, guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, the Game On Challenge, part 44, and we are at the start of season 41. Don't you think that is just fucking incredible? So I'm going to give you a little extended insight into this game today, or this evening, shall I say. It is coming up to 6:30 on the 13th of November 2023, and you can see from the date in the corner, the 13th of August 2041, the start of season 41. And we have news. We have big news. Now, don't be fooled by that page I've put up there, because the page I've put up there is actually quite gutting. You can see that there's a certain job available, and that is Real Madrid. Now, I can tell you that we have both moved on. We have both moved on. You may recall from the previous part, which was season, well, I called it 40.5. We were halfway through season 40. We concluded season 40. Now, you may recall with me, I was Vasco in Brazil, and we had managed to clinch the national championship. And we left shortly after. More about that in a moment. Matt, he left Porto at the end of the season, and he's taken up a new job, a new challenge. And this is why that job there of Real Madrid, Matt is gutted, because we both knew that Real Madrid job could come up because their manager was very insecure, and shock horror, it came up towards the end of yesterday's session, but it was too little too late. So, little spoiler there, none of us are Real Madrid. Shall we start with Matt first, shall we? Are you ready for who Matt is? Has anybody got any ideas who Matt might have moved to, right? Before I press the back button, so Matt has got a new challenge. He did it with Porto. He won the league. He won the cup. He didn't make it out the Champions League group. I don't even think I can get to that now, but that was harsh because his group, I think it was, Roma. They all finished on 8 points, and he finished third on goal difference. So he was eliminated out of the Champions League. I don't think he gave two shits, to be honest with you. It was all about winning the Portuguese league, his first. So Matt has now moved to a club in a country that he has not been to before. There you go. You're narrowing it down now. Has he gone to Argentina? Has he gone to Brazil? Has he gone to Russia? Well, you're wrong on all accounts, because he has gone to Belgium, and Matt is now the manager of Antwerp, my old club. He took the Antwerp job. He's only recently taken it, for that matter. Let's have a look where he took it. So there you can see he moved on the 20th of July. So he's not even been in charge a month yet. And he is now in charge of Antwerp. Now, Antwerp, I don't think made the Champions League. Let's just make sure they finished. Let's just see where they finished last season. I'm pretty sure. I'm just thinking about it. I don't think they made the Champions League. 5th. Now, I don't even know where that's going to qualify them, actually, thinking about it. Ooh, did they even qualify for Europe? I'm not 100% sure. Let's just have a look at the coefficients for Belgium. Ooh, now, he wasn't in the Intertoto Cup. My gut feeling, truth be told here, is I don't think he's made it, because the way I read that is 2 Champions League spots, that would be first and second. The UEFA Cup would go to third, and the Cup winners would go as a UEFA Cup spot. So I don't think he's in Europe. And he'll be quite gutted about that. I didn't even realise that yesterday. I don't even know if you worked that out, Matt. But nevertheless, so Matt is Antwerp. And as I said, he's only just started signing. Now, there was a couple of pre-arranged deals, I would say. Maybe not. Actually, I was talking with Matt about this today. We thought he might have only had a few transfers, but Matt, you've done 6. We were speaking today and how many transfers he's done, and we figured it was about 3, but it looks like he's done 6. And there you see, I mean, he made 3 in the last 2 days. So let's have a look at his signings so far. Quite a solid right back. Matt's already had a league game, of course, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. Decent. It was this guy that I spotted, and I think he's a solid player. 31, admittedly, but this ain't going to be a long-term assignment for Matt, I wouldn't say. Eriksen, I think Eriksen's a great centre-half. Kamara, great player. Very young, very prosperous. Now, the thing is, I think this is just... I think this was a good move for Matt. I think, you know, he needs to stay into the habit now for another season, another challenge where he's not going to be bidding on the bigger scale, which isn't always great. And I think he did say he had. I won't go to his bank because it's not for me to look at. I ask him and he tells me, but he's on about 18 odd million, something like that. He told me, but obviously he's already brought 6 players. That gives him none of these. That is definitely one of Matt's. So none of these. Oh, hang on, we can work out. Yeah, that was definitely one of Matt's 24th. Yeah, because that wouldn't have been a pre-arranged deal on the 24th because their window would have already been open. So Matt, you've made 6 signings. Okay, so one more signing left then, Matt. Now, Matt, the thing about Belgium, as I knew, the transfer window is just like England. It closes like sort of late March. It reopens in June. And the good thing about Belgium is that there are no restrictions at all on foreigners. And of course, you haven't got to get a work permit, so it's actually really good. It's like Italy, but on a lower scale. So Matt's opening game. Oh, he was in it. Well, fuck me, Matt. Did you even see that? That is bizarre. We didn't even spot that. Well, I didn't even spot it. So he's played a league game and he was in the Intertoto Cup and he's been eliminated. That is absolutely bizarre. So Matt's not in Europe this season. That's a real fucking shame. That is a real shitter. Okay. That is Matt then. So Matt's objective this season is definitely going to be to mount a serious title challenge. Not being in Europe, I think, will make that a little bit easier and he can just purely focus. Antwerp, of course, I won a title in 2040. They obviously fell apart when I left. Of course they did. Now let's talk about me. I have left Vasco. I have returned to England for a new challenge. A fallen giant. A team I've never been before, I don't think. I'm sure I've not been for them. I'm going to have to check that. Matt's old team, they are fallen giant because they have a shitload of money. They have £300 million in the bank, or give or take, and but they don't have a good rep, so they not attracting the best players. Are you ready for who I am? Ready, steady. We are Manchester United. We are Manchester United, and yeah, I mean, the job came available the 24th of the 3rd, and we ended up, they were doing shit. There was something like 13th, 14th, and we ended up finishing 7th. Now, I just said to you about the Intertoto Cup, and the reason that was a shitter is because I'm in the Intertoto Cup. I didn't realise, I think we finished 7th. Yeah, we did. But you can see how shit they did the season before. They weren't in Europe. So we're in the Intertoto Cup, and we saved just after I lost the first leg. But I'm confident to return on that, to win the return. So that is a real... I can't believe Matt was in the fucking... I didn't even pay attention. I did not even pay attention to that shit. That is absolutely fucking bizarre. That really is. Let's just go... So was it... Where was it then? Where was it? I can't believe I fucking missed that, to be honest with you. Where did he lose? Where am I fucking... Oh, so he got knocked out in the second round, sorry. So he got knocked out in the second round, so where was I? So I started from the... Oh, I started from the 3rd round. Right, okay, I get it. That's to do with reputation of Belgium and shit. So, yeah, Manchester United, I've made my 7 signings. As you can see, 388 million now. I mean... There is a lot of money at Man United, as you can see, but I just cannot attract the best players in the world, by no means, and you can tell that by the players that I've purchased. Lee Hooper I got. Now, it was shit, really, because I was hoping that Lee Hooper deal would have come on last season's calendar, because I actually only managed to get 6, and as you can see, he arrived in between the data updates, so I actually lost out on a transfer last season. I'll go to those transfers last season in a moment, the ones that I picked up. That was probably my marquee signing. See, they're not brilliant, are they? They are not brilliant. It's gonna be difficult. So the players that I purchased, you can see kick off from Goranson. They're not the greatest players in the world. You could argue, what the fuck am I buying him for? You know, I don't know. We can only get what we could get. I mean, that was the bottom line. And like I said, I missed out on I lost a player, which I was a little bit pissed off about, a little bit gutted about. Now I realise Matt's not in the UEFA Cup. I wouldn't give 2 shits if I got knocked out. So there you go. So we are all set for the new season. We are all set for the new season. It's gonna be epic. I think we have got a session planned for tonight. You know, a few people have said, you know, you're getting a good game going there, and it is a good game. You know, I mean, no one could have anticipated what we've achieved in what we're looking at now. Probably about 9 months now we've been playing this. Probably no, yeah, but 8 months, 40 seasons. Do the calculation on that. You know, I know Matt is missing the big bids, and I totally get that. We've had this discussion today. I asked him what team would appeal to him if he was to come back to England. It was a difficult question, to be honest with you. His old team stuck out, and that was Leeds. And the reason it's a difficult question is because the Giants of England, right? I'll let you draw your own conclusions on that, because look at that. I mean, I won it in 36 with Middlesbrough, and you can. I mean, Crewe won the Champions League at one point. I think roughly around 39, they won the Champions League. So the Giants of England, Man United, are fallen giants. So it's time for me to, you know, to bring them back to restore old glories. Let me just check my. I think I just went to it and I forgot. I'm sure I've not been Manchester United. We're gonna have to check, aren't we? Oh, I have. Oh, you fucking spastic. Do you know what, right? I fucking thought I might have, and that was the last time they won the title. Oh, would you believe it? Well, there's no fucking roots coming at this place then. I'm going to look for, make one title. I don't even give a shit if I don't win a title now. Of course. So we took over in October 26. The 26th of October 26. And we won the title when I took over. Do you know what, right? There was a part of me that thought, I'm sure I have. Then I was getting confused, thinking, oh, maybe I'm getting confused with Matt. So this is my second stint at Manchester United. Now, we were a little bit sceptical about where all this money came from, because no way did they have that sort of money when I was in charge before, obviously. No way did they have that sort of money when Matt was in charge. But that is, do you know what? I'm flabbergasted by that. I really am. So, do you know what? I couldn't give a fuck about my season now. I really couldn't give a shit. I'm actually a little bit pissed off by that. But then I guess I wouldn't have stayed. Mind you, I mean, would I have gone to Real Madrid? I mean, it's very difficult as to what challenges still lie ahead. Because just to give you a little bit of a recap on the selected leagues, there you see. Now, Matt, you know, will Matt want to go to Argentina? Will he want to go to Brazil? I think there's a part of him that will want to, because I've been there, but there's a huge part that's not going to want to because of the bullshit you've got to deal with, as in the restrictions. Particularly now he's done Portugal and now he's doing Belgium, and the very best of luck to him in that. Then, of course, don't forget, we've got the accidental country of Russia, which should have been Scotland. What a mistake to make in a game that's turned out so successful. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? I mean, who knows? You know, Man United, I might stay with them long term. It's a tricky one. I don't like the non-EC bullshit rule. So, I can't believe that. I really cannot believe that at all. But, I mean, you can tell how shit England have done just by the coefficients, them being in 5th and only having top 3 for Champions League. That is awful. Fuck knows how France are into 3rd on the coefficients. That is pathetic. I get Germany and I get Italy. I would say Spain need to be 3rd in that. That's fucking pathetic. I mean, England's points on the coefficients is awful. That really is awful. But this is interesting because with Matt being in, well, he's not in Europe, so I don't know. That's really fucking interesting. That really is bizarre. And Russia are in the coefficients. They're in that top 7, which is good to see because Russia's an open league. So you can see that entire 9 leagues up here are all in the coefficients. Are all in the league playable leagues. So, oh man, let me just have a quick check then of Man United landmarks. When did they appoint Matt? I can't believe I did that. I really cannot believe what a fucking retard I fucking am, dickhead. Where did Matt take it then? I'm sure I know he's been in charge somewhere, but I can't fucking remember for the life of me where. Let me just, it'd be easy if I just did this, wouldn't it? Okay. There he is. So he took over in the end of season 12, and he was there for a good stint, to be fair. So it's a long time ago that Matt was there. It's a fucking lifetime ago. But Matt's starting to get himself quite a CV now. And I'm sorry, Matt, I've got to do this, but just point it out right there, right? Just got to keep pointing that out. He's getting himself quite a CV, and I always think that this is what makes the game so good, to be honest with you. You know, yeah, all right, we're returning to countries and shit, but it's all really good fun. I find this is really good fun to keep looking at things like this. I think it's bizarre. You know, look at mine, a little bit of a bigger CV, but we've been around the block. Let's take a look at my... so we are 75 years of age now. Now, this is something I didn't think we'd ever get to see. Because obviously, I applied a patch at the start of this of having human attributes, as you can see, which meant we got a human date of birth. Now, for those of you that don't know, when you start a game of CM on the ODB, you are born, as you can see, date of birth is the 1st of the 1st, 66, which makes you 35 years of age, which is the standard age for a manager. Now, I think they stole that from the old game Sensible World of Soccer. Do you remember that on the Amiga? You could be a manager or a player manager and you were 35 years of age, but you could only have 30 seasons because you would theoretically retire at the age of 65, which was the retirement age back then. What is it now? 67, 70, 80, 90, whatever it is. Now, obviously, we know that there's no limit on this version of CM as to when you retire, unlike 97, 98, where you've got a limited amount. But we've got an age on this, so what I want to see now is I want to see another 25 seasons, and I want to see us become 100 years old. If only I had this sort of thing implemented on my Freeman game, which of course we're well into over season 135, 136, whatever the fuck it is. I just think it'd look a bit fucking stupid. I know it's going to look stupid. I mean, that looks stupid. That looks like fucking Roy Hodgson there. Fucking hell. And I've just taken over a new club. I'm not exactly thinking of the long term, am I? But it would be interesting to see how it goes. You will always have that date of birth. So if you started a new CM game on the update in the year 2023, right, with the Nix patcher, you would not be 35. You would be 22 years plus 35. So, you know, it is an interesting scenario. I think the whole thing's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. And that's it, guys. That is it. You know, it's a new chapter for both of us. I ain't gonna lie to you. Since I checked that now, I'm a little bit pissed off with myself, and that is a real fucking stupid mistake to have made. The chances are that, I mean, would I have stayed at Vasco? I mean, I'd already started the next league. I was halfway through it. And probably I should have held out, knowing that Real Madrid, I mean, then Real Madrid, that just would have been a similar sort of thing. Unless I was looking at going to Russia. If I was looking to go to Russia, let's be honest, then I would have waited for a Russian job. But the fact that I went to Man U proves that I was looking to just get out of fucking get out of Brazil. Really, my deed is done in Brazil. My deed is done in Argentina. I will say this though, guys, I will not be returning to those countries. Definitely not fucking Brazil, that is for sure. But fuck me, they're not easy, they're challenging. They are challenging, they're shit in my opinion. They're shit in my opinion. Particularly what I had to learn about the Brazilian transfer system, it's fucking bullshit. And that's it from me, guys. So I hope you enjoyed part 44 as we launch season 41. Just getting fucking stupid. Till next time from me, guys, take it easy.